Hi everybody, JoPaddy here, and welcome to the art table today. I want you to know that this is an older video and I finally got around to editing it, even though it's kind of like out of order or whatever. This was hard to edit. It's so old I couldn't keep up with it. I've only got a few videos left on my computer that I'm trying to clean out and finally finish, and I still felt this was worth posting. But it's got some mistakes in it and some good fun ideas too. And I'm sure once you guys watch this video, you're going to learn from my mistakes and you're going to be able to do it much better than me. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoy, and arrivederci, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Washed it really quick and went ahead and put some more paint on it, threw it back on the spin table, and this is what I got. I had to add a little more white. I do feel at this time I might get some cracking or whatever because I couldn't spin all the paint off there. It was just ruining the design. And it's on wood, so anyway, it's going to be pretty. I think it's pretty, and I think something like a black silhouette on there would be really pretty. So what I had was my neon fabric paints, but I got to thinking that if I go ahead and put a sealer on the piece of wood itself anyway, then it's not going to be porous like fabric would, so it might not turn out the way I wanted it to anyway. So if I'm going to use fabric paint, I should probably use it on a bare canvas or a bare piece of wood, because it's made that way. It's supposed to be porous, you know, it's supposed to go onto porous material. But anyway, I covered this wood board with some white background first and let it dry. And then I used my fabric paints on here. And the white didn't come out as white as I wanted it to. It all kind of blended, whatever. And it's pretty, though. I like it. Even the gold was fabric paint. So I want to show you what I'm going to do now. What I do is I'm going to try... First of all, to keep my project on the spin table, I wrap it up or whatever, but then I put the magnetic tape on there, magnetic tape on the back, and go ahead and slap it on there. That way it doesn't fall off anywhere. It's pretty on there. Then I can spin it or whatever. And this is just a kid's table for $20. I got it at Walmart. One of those kids' little spin tables over there in the kids' toy section or whatever. But what I'm going to do today is go ahead and put resin on this so it'll brighten those colors and pull it forward. And I'm going to try to put resin in the middle here and then go ahead and let the resin spin out on the table and see if I can get a nice even layer of resin on here. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you guys while I stir this the last 30 seconds or so, because it's about ready and getting warm, is that I put a little gold sparkle in here. I think I almost put too much in. I just wanted a little bit for accent, but you know how it goes, everybody. You go to sprinkle a little bit in and whoosh, it all comes out. So I have a little bit too much that I really wanted originally, but I got to go with it now. But what I wanted to tell you too was that, first of all, the spin table, you know, it's just a kid's thing. It's like, so it's always on level. And as you spin, you know, it's always going to lean one side to the other a little more, but that's okay. You stop it and you just tilt it back and start all over again. See? And you can just tip it and start over. It's no big deal. I've actually put a brick on mine and I let it run and run and run. So you get different effects as it leans different ways. And the other thing I wanted to tell you guys was that I'm going to try this, and you're welcome to try it. I hope you guys try this with just resin, you know, instead of, you know, by using just resin instead of like having art already on the board. You make resin art with it. But I was hoping and thinking that maybe I could save on resin by doing it this way and putting a little dollop in the middle and spreading it thin. I can cover my little canvas and maybe not use as much resin. So it's so thin, and I'll heat it up with the heat gun or whatever and get it thinned out even more so it'll spread easier. Therefore, the bubbles that it creates should pop themselves while it's self-leveling because it's so thin. All right, everyone, here we go. Start off with just a little dollop in the middle like that, and I just want to see how far that would spread. Let's go, everybody. I realized that wasn't enough, and I don't want this really thin part over there to start drying and curing before I have a chance to move it to the edges. Now see, I can see where the resin didn't get to that edge, so let's see if it'll go there. And since this is a kid's table and not a homemade one, it's not going to go as fast as I want it to, but that's okay, we'll get there. Oh my gosh, you know what, you guys? I just thought of something. Because I can see it happening before my eyes. The fabric paints that I used had silicone in it. And so now I did not clean the canvas before I put the resin on. So now see how it's popping up in different spots and creating those little craters? That's okay. I'll just sand it down and put another coat on after this dries and I clean it. Lesson learned, everybody. Lesson learned. Just another epic mistake when you're in a hurry and you have a lot of outer chatter and you can't think for yourself because you're on a time limit. That's okay. Sometimes your best mistakes, you discover stuff. Am I right, everybody? It's fun. Mistakes can be fun too. It's all right. Okay, well, I'm going to let that go there since I made the mistake of not cleaning the canvas, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this in another little mold, maybe my mermaid mold or something. Now I'm going to set this aside and let that dry. Everybody, here she sits to dry. Craters and all.